Now there is something that you need to keep in mind. This list is entirely based on my personal opinion on these movies. I know that there are many movies on this list that haven't exactly been well praised amongst movie fans. And you know what? That's okay. Because this isn't based on how well praised the movies are amongst most people. It's only based on how much I personally fucking love them. If you hate any of these movies on this list or don't like them as much as I do, that's cool, I respect your opinion. But anyway, with that all being said, let's get started. Number 15. How to Train Your Dragon 2. This is not one of those sequels that are better than the first one. Far from it. In fact, I think that the first How to Train Your Dragon movie is a far superior movie. But this movie still does what a sequel is supposed to do. Continue the story of the first one with the same characters and being massively fucking different from the first one. And it is. And I also think it's fucking awesome to see all those Vikings riding dragons. The movie also has a great villain and is overall an enjoyable movie. It might not be as good as the first How to Train Your Dragon, but it's still fucking awesome and I'd love to watch it again sometime. Number 14. Guardians of the Galaxy. Now this is a movie based on something obscure. Normally when a movie is based on something obscure, it doesn't make a lot of money in the box office. But this movie made a shit ton of money in the box office. I think the main reason why it made so much money is because the studio is fucking Marvel. And the Marvel comics have a huge fan base, therefore the fans of the Marvel comics were interested in the movie. And this movie truly is fucking awesome even to those who aren't Marvel fans like me. But I am a fan of Marvel live action movies, but I don't read any Marvel comics, which is fine. This movie has a fucking raccoon kicking ears, a tree that can only say one sentence, and a likable idiot. And if there ever is going to be a sequel to this fucking awesome movie, I will definitely fucking watch it. Number 13, 22 Jump Street. And it's not just a movie that has a bunch of funny jokes, it also has great characters, great story and all that. This movie is so fucking funny and so fucking awesome, I love it a lot. Number 12, Life Itself. I know I'm technically cheating since this isn't a movie but more of a documentary. But god damn it, I have to put this documentary on at least one of my favorite lists of 2014, so it's really worth talking about. For a second time in a list video. Well, it's the length of a movie, so it does fucking count in my eyes. But anyway, with that being said, do you know who Roger Ebert is? If you don't, no sweat. Just watch the documentary Life Itself. That documentary tells you everything that you need to know about this reviewing legend and more. And yeah, Roger Ebert really is a reviewing legend, and this movie explains exactly why. And after watching the movie, I can clearly tell that he is the Jeremy Jahns and Chris Stockman of the 1980s and the 1990s, you know, before YouTube was made. And yeah, I really believe this guy is as fucking awesome as those two. I mean, hell, Chris Stockman even says several times in his videos that Roger Ebert is the guy who inspired him to make reviews. Go check this fucking awesome documentary out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Number 11, John Wick. Die Hard is my favorite action movie of all time that doesn't have any fantasy or science fiction elements. And I'm gonna have to say that John Wick comes very damn close to the awesomeness of Die Hard. Of course, it isn't as awesome as Die Hard. There is no movie that tops it in my opinion. But John Wick is still a fucking awesome action movie and is my second most favourite action movie of all time. John Wick is somebody you don't wanna fucking mess with, because if you do fucking mess with him, he will come after you and kill you. And he doesn't fucking hesitate. Yeah, seeing an experienced gunman kicking a lot of ass really is fucking awesome to see. And it also has something that most action movies lack: a vulnerable protagonist. Number 10, Monuments Men. Number 9, Mr. Peabody and Sherman. This is a fucking excellent movie about time traveling. In fact, it's one of the best movies out there about time traveling. Noah's Ark is one of the greatest stories of the Bible, hands down. Yeah, sure, it might be fucking stupid, and yeah, it really is. But I still think it's a pretty good story. And God is never referred to as God in this movie. In fact, he is referred to as the Creator. And even though he is an asshole, the protagonist of the movie, Noah, is a very good man and had good intentions with that boat. This movie is not better than the second one in the trilogy, far from it, but it's a fucking great conclusion to a great trilogy. Seeing everything at the museum come to life is fucking awesome. And it has been fucking awesome for 3 movies in a row. The best part about this movie, hands down, is the knight that's introduced. He is just so fucking funny. He is delusional and thinks that this is still the 13th century. And of course the major characters of the other 2 movies are fucking awesome as well. This is how you fucking end a trilogy. Well done. Number 5, Angry Video Game Nerd the movie. Before any of you say anything, keep in mind that I never said this was a list exclusively about mainstream movies. This movie could have easily been a long ass review stretched out for over an hour, but it's not. In fact, this movie isn't even a game review in the slightest. The Angry Video Game Nerd doesn't play any game in this movie. Instead, it's about the Angry Video Game Nerd's adventure to find the lost copies of E.T. And I really was rooting for him a lot, because he sure knew how to deal with gunmen. Even without his shield, he is so fucking good at dodging bullets that it's incredible. And this is also the best performance of Nick Fury, hands down. And he isn't the only great villain in this movie. Harry Osborn is also a fucking fantastic villain, though he isn't as good of a villain as Electro, but still fucking awesome. So this has been my list of top 15 favourite movies of the year. Again, this list is solely based on how I personally feel about the movies. I know there are many movies on there that haven't been getting a lot of praise, but it doesn't matter. And I'm sure that I will love all the movies on there years to come. Well, maybe not, but I did fucking love them last year. That's why I put them on the list.